eat that final countdown.
It's like some kind of... It's like in the Philippines or something.
Yeah, literally.
Get comfortable. No excessive couch noises. I gotta pee already.
Pee break.
How does it make you feel to know that Mexico's greatest hero got beat up by a scrawny little Filipino dude?
Oh, I don't keep up with that stuff. He also got beat up by some stripper. She put him in some fishnet stockings and high heels, and it made him drive around real fast on a motorcycle.
You know, I was at a bar watching the Big 12 championship game, and they were showing the De La Hoya fight.
Yeah.
And most of the people in the bar did not know about the Oscar De La Hoya mistress incident. And my brother-in-law kept making me go around with my iPhone and show people the pictures. Eventually, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm not going to walk up to De La Hoya fans on the night of a fight and show them pictures of their idol in fishnet stockings and talking about being."
Well, he looked good.
Yeah, I guess.
You're lucky somebody didn't put you down for a siesta.
Well, I read up a little more on that the woman who produced the photos recanted and said that they were fake. But then later she said she did so under duress, that some muscle guys came and roughed her up and told her to say that it was all fake.
Is that true?
Under duress. I like
they were like no es bueno.
Yeah.
Senorita.
I like that a professional fighter has to hire guys to rough people up. Yeah. Like, he can't go and rough up a girl himself. He's got to hire outside dudes.
See what happened last time he was there.
He's obviously a girly man. You've seen the photos, right?
Dude, you can say whatever you want to, but
I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say that Gus could beat up Oscar De La Hoya. And I challenge Oscar De La Hoya to fight Gus. Mano a mano.
Have you ever been in a fight, Gus?
No, I got punched in the face once.
Who punched you in the face?
That was as close as I come.
Who punched you in the face?
My friend Ruben.
Oh, the guy that can't pass the bar?
Yeah. So
Allegedly?
who's laughing now?
Allegedly. So why did he punch you in the face?
I don't remember. I said something about his mother. We were like 12 years old.
You say tu madre?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Wow, it's like you were there.
Really? Did he have to climb on a stepladder to punch you? Weren't you like, you're about 3 feet taller than him, right?
No, but I was like
they do the Mighty Mouse, like, little champ.
We were like 12. We were like in 6th grade. We were both like 4 feet tall.
You hadn't hit the nerd growth spurt yet?
No, the nerd growth spurt had not kicked in yet.
Plus the size of Gus's head, how do you miss? I mean,
it was you just like put your hand down, let gravity do the rest of the work. It just kind of
it falls into the gravity well, and it sucks it in. What about you? You ever been punched in the face or been in a fight?
Many times.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've been in a lot of fights. I haven't won a lot of fights, but I've been in a lot of fights. I have been in a lot of fights in the Army.
Yeah. You shot stuff.
I did shoot stuff. I didn't get any fights over shooting stuff. I've been in 2 drive-by shootings, though.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've had a gun
on the
pointed
receiving
at me
end.
twice.
Yeah.
On the receiving end?
Yeah.
No.
I haven't shot any.
That's the worst end.
Why would you have a gun pulled on you?
It was 2 weird circumstances. I got a gun pointed at me by an off-duty cop, and I had just a gun pointed at me at a party. Just some random guy who was sleeping in the corner in a sleeping bag, and people were giving him a hard time, and I kind of joined in on giving the guy a hard time, and I guess he thought, I'm going to put an end to this, and he pulled back the sleeping bag, he had a revolver, and he pointed it at me.
Did it put an end to it?
It put an end to it for me, yeah, fuck yeah.
Let me ask you a question. This was at a party?
Yeah.
Did you then leave the party, or did you go to the other room and drink some beer and try to forget about it?
No, I went to the other room and drank some beer and forgot about it. Yeah, pretty much.
Good deal.
Leave the guy alone, right? Why would I leave the party? Just put as many bodies between you and the bullet as you can.
It's a revolver, you said, right? Something like 6 bullets in there. There were probably more than 6 people at the party. You're probably okay.
No, he was, I don't think there was ever really a moment of about to get shot. I mean, it was just weird to have a gun pointed at you.
Why was a dude in a sleeping bag with a gun at a party anyway?
I don't know.
Was it time to go night-night?
Doing it for attention, for whatever fucking reason, probably.
And then when he got the attention, he didn't want it.
Or maybe he wanted more by having a gun. He was all hard.
He wanted to be a tough guy. Yeah. Was he a minority?
It's more of when you get a gun pointed at you and you get a gun, pointed at you,
Yeah.
Like, one is I'm in a dangerous situation, and I kind of had that borderline with the off-duty cop, because I didn't know he was a cop.
Yeah.
Just some guy with a gun. And then the other one was like a gun safety thing, where someone's swinging a barrel and it, crosses your vector.
Right.
Like, fuck, and everybody yells.
What are you, an idiot?
Yeah.
Come on. You don't point guns at people.
That's kind of like that same kind of tone that people reserve for when you spill a beer at a party. They make you sound like you're like some kind of social idiot, whereas if you're in a situation with a gun and somebody swings a gun around and points it at a group of people by accident, even if, the barrel, it's wide open and there's no bullet in it, for sure, it doesn't matter. If you grow up around guns, don't point a fucking gun at people.
Yeah.
I don't even think you have to grow up around guns to know that. That's one of those common sense you're born with kind of things.
Well, I guess so, but it gets kind of beaten into you, right? About not ever pointing a gun.
Yeah, if you don't have the experience, you might not know. You're like, oh, what? It's unloaded. There's nothing in there. You think it's harmless.
I told you we worked on a movie one time, And this was right after Bruce Lee's kid died on the set of The Crow, and we were doing a movie, and we had to work with blanks, and we had a gun, a real gun, 45, and we purchased online blanks that could fire in a 45. But I don't know if you know this or not. There's not enough power in a blank to work a slide, so you can only get one shot at a time unless you have a prop gun. Like you'll fire the first gun, but there's no actual physical bullet leaving the barrel.
Right, there's no power for that.
Yeah, there's no power to slide it back, so on an automatic gun you can get one shot and then the thing just instantly jams. Anyway, some fucking idiot, when we were having the day, he brought real bullets to the set and was just to see if they were the same size as the blanks.
Oh my god!
Seriously,
this is also the same movie where you made your own blanks by sawing off shotgun shells, right?
No, that's where we made squibs, which are how you show where when you shoot at somebody, the blood splat, like the hole bursts in the shirt and the blood splat. We made our own squibs out of. We ended up using gunpowder and like putty, like an epoxy in a plumbing cap. It was horrible. And of course, we just stuck this on my buddy Scott, who will do anything.
On Squirrel Scott?
Yeah.
Wow.
We tried all sorts of different methods.
Did they hurt?
Well, you know what? I wore one. They were loud more than anything else, and knowing a little bit more about physics than I did back then, I realized the people standing in front of him were actually in much more danger because it would fire little shards of epoxy outward.
Yeah.
So the guy actually that it's strapped to is probably in less danger, maybe from like some kind of like broad impact kind of a thing. But the people standing in front of him, if you didn't let the epoxy dry all the way, it would fire it out like a plug. And we heard it from a buddy of ours who was using these things that it punched a hole in drywall when they were shooting in an apartment.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you're standing in front of it with a camera, right?
Wow.
So.
I hope the camera never got hurt.
No, we used a sheet of plexiglass that we bought from Home Depot to put in front of it. So it's just
priorities. Protect the camera.
Adventures in stupidity.
Like a
basically.
Junior Spielberg over there. Hey, so are we having the podcast right now then?
Sure, why not?
Okay,
This is our milestone. This is our 100th podcast.
Pretty much.
It's a big anniversary for us. And the reason why did we pull out this equipment and start doing this? Anybody want to explain this?
I think Jeff should. It's probably his...
Okay.
No, Jeff will explain it like it makes sense. So somebody should explain it with the objectivity that Jeff completely started talking out of his ass and then got called on it.
Okay. Well, I guess.
Well, first off, let's say that Bernie is right. This may not be our 100th podcast, but this is, God, I don't know, like our 10th or 11th or something. We've been doing test podcasts now, and I guess we're going to post this one. Is this actually going to be a podcast people listen to?
Probably. Yeah,
well,
probably.
We'll post it. We'll see if people listen to it. That comes later.
I don't think we call it a podcast where all we really do is break out our commentary microphones and just talking to those.
It's our non-DVD commentary.
Yeah, we had so much fun doing the reconstruction commentary, we decided to just continue going. Why not?
That was a fun commentary.
Plus, Nathan and Matt are working out in the front room, and if they don't think we're making content, they put us to work on something.
Working. I saw Matt was watching bad Europe covers on
you
YouTube.
got that from me. I apologize.
Yeah, Matt is like 4 years behind on every meme on the internet.
I think so, yeah.
So what happened was there was a contest on Achievement Hunter, right? And the contest was specifically Knuckles was going to try to get as many points as he could in a week. And you correct me if I'm wrong here.
No, I think that's right. And he won that contest.
And he won the contest. Knuckles won the contest.
It was him and like 20 other dudes from the site.
How many points did he end up getting? Do you know?
This is critical.
I'm not sure the exact number off the top of my head, but I think it was around 4,000.
I want to say it was like 4,400 or something.
4,400 in like 10 days.
Knowing Knuckles, it was probably like 4,444 or something.
That's a lot of points. That's pretty impressive.
That's nothing.
That is like 4.5 complete retail games.
In like a week and a half.
Let's break this down then. So Jeff says in response to this, he's very unimpressed by that. And I said that this is the number that won the contest. And I said, that's actually, it seems like a decent amount of points to me. Jeff says, I could score probably 10,000 points in a week. And so I absolutely...
No, I think Jeff's exact words were, I could do 10,000 points in a week, no problem.
No problem. I can. I don't know why. You guys are such fucking disbelievers.
So then, after saying that, Bernie said he would bet Jeff that Jeff could not do that.
Yes.
And
we escalated quickly.
Yeah, then it quickly escalated from there, and then money was involved almost immediately. I don't know. This is some kind of complicated system. How's this working?
So here's what I proposed.
Okay.
I said, I made the comment, I kind of talked out of my ass and said, I'll bet you $1,000 you can't do 10,000 points in 7 days.
Yeah.
Or in a week. And Jeff said, I absolutely can. So we came up with a system where we're not going to bet that Jeff, between what are the dates?
We're going to go from December 26th, the day after Christmas, to December 31st, New Year's Eve. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I guess the first, actually. 26 to the first.
To the first.
So 7 days.
So you're going to miss New Year's for this?
No, I'll be done well before New Year's.
Will you?
That's the kind of arrogance I love.
So the deal is now, for those 7 days, Geoff has to increase his gamer score by 10,000 points.
Yes.
And I will pay him $1 for every point that he scores over 9,000.
Yes.
So if he scores up to 10,000.
Yeah, there is a cap.
There is a cap.
You capped it because you know I'd send you to the fucking poorhouse.
I can't wait. I relish the opportunity to be sent to the poorhouse on this.
Oh, what's the flip side here?
The flip side is that he has to pay me $1 for every point under 9,000. No cap on that. No.
Under 10,000.
Under 9,000.
Under 9,000.
Under 9,000. Oh, wow.
There should definitely be a cap. If you get capped at 1,000, I should get capped at 8,000. Not that it matters because I'm going to win. And I'm going to get the full 10,000, but still.
So actually, I start paying him over 9,000. So it's like, that's where really the bet is. But the bet is the bet is $1,000 bet that if he makes it to 10,000 points, I got to pay him $1,000. And if every point that he just completely misses the mark by more than 10%, he gets under 9,000 points, he owes me, I'm looking at you, sir, you owe me $1 a point down to 8,000 points.
Right.
So if you get what I'm projecting will be about 6,500 points, then I still only make $1,000.
Now here's the deal.
What should we talk about? I mean, I don't think y'all have talked about this yet, but what about extenuating circumstances like red rings or Xbox Live outages?
I have
an office full of Xboxes.
4 Xbox 360s in my house right now.
The reason I bring it up is I don't want it to become an excuse later.
No excuses. I have access. I have 4 at home, and I have access to infinitely more in the office. Achievements can be gotten offline. It would just knock off my live achievements, which would suck. But I'd still be. Or I could come here to do it. I mean, I'm not afraid.
I want to put some stipulation. I want to say you can't get, because you did this in our contest for Call of Duty 4. The last contest with me that you lost.
Okay.
That one that you still haven't paid me on, which we'll get to in a second. But you cannot do these offline. You have to get them online. At least not by design. Okay?
Well, I understand what you're saying there. Not by design, and I'm fine with that. But I think the way we should make sure that this doesn't happen is we will, at an agreed upon time on the 26th, because it'll be the day after Christmas. And one of the great things about this is that my wife and daughter are going out of town for a week, so that I'll be at home alone with nothing but my Xboxes and a boring dog. So I got all the time in the world to do this. But let's say at
you don't. Go 7 days.
10 a.m.
Let's be clear.
Yeah, okay, 7 days. 10 a.m. or whatever on the 26th, I will sign on to Xbox Live, and then you can sign on to Xbox Live and verify my score and say,
I'll be there. I'll be there the day after Christmas.
Okay.
I'll abandon my family the way you are.
The clock will tick. And at that moment, and then if I get them offline or whatever, it doesn't really matter because you verified that my actual score on live was whatever it was at that time.
But part of the fun of this is going to be watching you get these points.
Oh, absolutely.
Too.
I'm not going to, no.
I'm saying by design. You did that last time on
You
purpose.
and I were doing a race. That was a different tactic I had. And you had a lot of really shitty tactics in that race too, like cheating. But that's a whole other story.
Just wait.
Yeah, okay.
It's a long week. It's a long 7 days.
No, it's fine.
Fucking house is going to get burnt down this time.
I have 3 things going for me. My family's out of town, so I have no distractions.
You need to stop saying that. Because your wife's going to hear that over and over again, how happy you are that she's going out of town.
No, I'm not happy that she's going out of town. I'm going to miss them terribly, but if I was around my wife and daughter, I would just want to spend time with them because they're so fantastic that I would ignore the contest. The second thing, or the bet, I guess it's not really a contest. The second thing is that if I perform under 9,000, my wife's going to divorce me.
Yes.
She really will.
That's part of the plan.
Yeah. And then the third thing I have going for me is, I don't know what the third one was. I forgot already, but it's going for me.
That's good. It's crucial to have that swing.
So we're going to lay on a couple stipulations.
Okay.
The number one is, of course, you have to go from your existing account. You can't start a brand new account.
No, absolutely. So I can't go back and get like
King Kong and
that stuff again. Yeah. And I've already got roughly 45,000 points right now. I think I'm like 44,800 or something.
And you also have some of the most garbage games on the planet.
I have a few.
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Surf's Up and
a lot of the games you have. That's correct.
A lot of the games that I have
I will
in
defend,
response to you.
I will defend Surf's Up
but he
for the rest of my life. That game is fantastic.
Have games like Avatar.
I don't have Avatar the last time. I'm about to.
Listen, I'm totally fine with him spotting him these points. We're talking about 10 he's got to complete, essentially, 100% 10 retail games in 7 days. Or you're going to have to, like, basically complete 20 retail games. Get about 500 points.
So we're looking at about 1430 points a day, which is 1.5 retail games, 100%ed every day.
Or if he just completes them, get say 500 points, he's got to do 3 a day.
Yes.
Like just playing through the campaign of a game.
Yeah.
Impossible. Not impossible. Unlikely. With you, impossible. Everyone else unlikely. Some people not probable. You completely impossible.
Totally possible. And the thing I have going for me, in addition to the other things I mentioned, is that the contest starts on the 26th, which is a Friday. By the way, I'm not working the day after Christmas. I'm taking that day off.
Listen. Okay.
All right. So I got all day the 26th, all day the 27th, all day the 28th. I have 3, what is that, 9, 3, nobody knows what 3 times 24 is, but if some sort of math nerd, what is 3 times 24?
I like seeing you,
You really don't know how many hours in 3 days? You just don't know that off the top of your head?
It's,
how many are in
48, it's 72 hours. All right. So, 72 hours of no work, no nothing. I have to feed the dog and the cat twice a day, and I'll probably take a dump at some point, and that's it.
Yeah.
I have 72 hours to do nothing but game, and I am going to. I will be sad if I don't get the 10,000 points in the first 3 days.
While we're working here on the 26th, we'll be tracking your progress on.
You're not working on
website.
Don't even. Come on, give me a break.
See, you have all these things that are working for you.
Yeah.
Here's the thing you have working against you.
Okay.
You have to be you that entire time. You can't switch bodies with someone who's
I don't even know what that means.
Motivated?
who will stick with it and who's gonna you'll get to the 12th hour and you'll be like, fuck this. I'm not doing this.
No.
I remember how you were after a weekend of Call of Duty. Do you remember that?
That was a rough game. That was a rough 1,000 points.
You were miserable.
I did it. You were miserable too.
Yeah, that was a little different in Jeff's defense. That was you had to get mile high
that was
and all that stuff.
That was just one game as opposed to 20.
There's a lot. Yeah. Well, Call of Duty's not one of the games I'll be cherry picking for my 10,000 points. I've already got, dude, and I don't want to scare you, but I got a fucking spreadsheet. I made a spreadsheet. When you hit save on a spreadsheet and you assign a spreadsheet to something, that shit becomes official.
I understand you already have Knuckles working as a consultant.
Yes, I have Knuckles Dawson working as a consultant, helping me
is
figure
he getting
out.
a cut of the prize money if you win?
No, but he asked for it.
Did he really?
That son of a bitch.
What'd he want?
I don't know. I told him.
If you should do that, and then if you don't make it, he should pay part of your
cut
loss.
of the loss. Yeah. There's going to be no loss.
You know what? If you're going to come and ask for a cut, you better come strong. And you better come with a number.
Yeah.
He just said I want a cut and didn't say what it was.
I think you might have been kidding around, but fuck him, right?
Is that what he did too? Did he play the joke thing like, oh, I want a cut?
He was like, hey, I get a cut of this, right? Ha ha ha.
Tell him to fucking chip in when you lose. Let's talk about reality here for a
go.
second. When you're dishing out the $1,000, how much of it is going to be in Canadian dollars?
Ooh.
That's what I want to know.
None of it. I'm not dishing out anything. I'm going to make $1,000. You know what I'm going to do with that $1,000? I have no idea, but it's going to be wonderful.
Are there any rules you want to put on me?
What kind of,
like, can I have you killed?
No, you can't do anything to interfere.
Cut your power?
You can't cut my power. You can't do anything to interfere with my game. You can't
Can we-
steal
can-
my memory card again or anything like that.
Can we interfere
That was a good plug.
if we see you playing online? And you're going for online achievements. Can we then jump in your games and try to stop you from
Can I
getting
have
them?
everyone on the internet send you a message on Xbox Live?
I can just turn off notifications. You guys
Invite to
can
party?
do all the dumb shit you want to do. It's not going to affect me getting my games, get my achievements. I got a list, dude. I got a list that's 18,000 points strong, and I think I could probably get all of them in this 7 days.
I gotta say.
Now I just got to go through and figure out the easiest 10,000 out of that 18,000.
Go for it.
It's a great list.
Go for it.
It's a great list.
I mean, I'm thinking like Avatar the Airbender. It's gonna take you like 3 hours even.
Avatar?
Even though that's like notoriously the one where you can get the fastest amount of
5
points.
minutes.
No.
By the way, 3 hours? That's not a problem. I figured out I need to average, for my sanity, I need to average about 300 points an hour? I could do that.
So that would be that would be 900 points over 3 hours.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No. It's not gonna happen.
If I play for 6 hours a day, I need to get 333 points an hour.
Oh, it's gonna be so great.
But I'm not going to play for 6 points.
So 333.
6 hours a day.
So what day of the week are you starting? Because I want to start to make my own spreadsheet of when you're
the
going to fall apart.
26th is when I start. Friday the 26th.
You need to be getting about 5 points a minute, more or less. Then.
Yeah, I'm going to take my wife and daughter to the airport, and then I'm going to come home, and I'm going to start gaming. And it's going to be amazing.
You're an impartial person, Gus.
I'm going to try and have 5,000 points the first day.
What do you think is going to happen? Like, if you start on Friday, tell us what's going to happen.
No, he's gonna go strong through the weekend, I think. But I think he's gonna be very tired Sunday night.
I will.
He's gonna trudge into the office Monday morning and be like, "No, I'm still doing it. I'm still gonna go. I'm just gonna take a break tonight. I'm just gonna take a break.
The worst thing you can do is get ahead, right?
I'm already well ahead. I'm just gonna take a break, and that break's gonna fuck him on Monday."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, to be honest with you, I am a little concerned about that. I think that I'm going to go strong all weekend, and I wouldn't be surprised if I got 7,000 or 8,000 points in that weekend, although I'd like to get all 10,000. If I don't, I'm going to be fucking exhausted. Yep. I'm going to be totally exhausted. It's something that I'm really concerned with. I think it's my biggest pitfall.
You should be.
Could be
you should
sheer
be worried.
exhaustion after Sunday.
You should be worried.
So what are you doing? Like, do you have any plans, Geoff? Like, are you going to have food delivered to the house? Like, what's your strategy? Do you have something set up for that?
Yeah, I do. We have a service in Austin called Eat Out In. And I also have 3 very good pizza restaurants right by my house and a good Chinese restaurant, Sun Hing. So I got the food. I won't have to leave my house the entire time.
I will be applying to all of these restaurants in the next week. So if you want to eat out in or the Chinese restaurant by Jeff's house, I would not recommend it during the week of December 26th to January 1st. As I will be shitting in all the food.
The other pitfall I'm going to have is that I'm a bit of an alcoholic, and it's going to be hard. Like,
so great.
Alcohol's just going to put me to sleep.
It's like all the frailties are going to come to light.
Yeah.
So
all of them.
Are you going to stockpile an alcohol before you start?
Yeah. I'm just hoping that I don't get too drunk to play.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. You're going to have too much alcohol on hand. You're going to get drunk instantly. You're going to sleep through the weekend.
What is your favorite liquor? I'd be happy to buy you a bottle.
My favorite liquor is probably, what's my very favorite in the world?
Get him some Tito's and some Hendrix.
I like Tito's, I like Hendrix, I like Maker's Mark.
Hey,
those are my big 3 right
Here's
now.
another question. Where are you getting the games?
I haven't worked that out yet.
Oh, yeah?
I'm borrowing some games from Jack and some other people.
You got some time to prepare?
Like borrowing from you and Gus
and
Jack. And then I have The Office already has a few.
We
went
through a period where in The Office we got almost every Xbox 360 game that came out.
For about the first year we got every game. Yeah.
It seems like longer. And then we figured out how much, when you add up the cost, it's $60. Like for games we never played, like Rockstar Table Tennis and
Bionicle Heroes and shit like that.
Topspin
Import
2.
Tuner. And
Jeff and I
Topspin.
played the shit out of table tennis.
That's true. I played the shit out of it for about 80. I got about 80 gamer score for that too.
Yeah. There you go.
That was a tough one.
Didn't learn a lesson from that apparently.
But and then I will I might can you still rent video games like at Blockbuster or
Sure, why not?
Hollywood Video? I might start renting games.
Here's that's a sound strategy. But you better get them before Christmas because
more time that you have to leave the house, and also people are getting new Xboxes around there. It's gonna be hard to find.
No. The week leading up to it, I'll be collecting all the games, so I should have almost everything I need before the event starts. Also, a lot of my games are going to be 2-3-year-old sports games that I haven't played yet, and I can pick those up for like $5 at Game Crazy or Best Buy or wherever.
Maybe you could write the video game companies and like get sponsorships. Say, hey, I'm going to be playing your shitty, crappy, unbalanced achievement game. Would you mind sponsoring me? We'll be sure to mention you.
There just aren't that many shitty, unbalanced achievement games.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I've got a $1,000 budget to work with. To try to prevent, because as far as I'm concerned, if I can keep below 8,000 points and I make $1,000 from Jeff, it will basically be him paying for me to fuck with him.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it.
There's gonna be a lot of out of work Christmas carolers the week after Christmas too. Be looking for something to do.
How much trouble are you gonna get in when your wife finds out you owe me $1,000?
You'll be evicted.
No,
it's going to be part of the plane. By the end of the week, you'll be evicted. That's part of my strategy. No power. Cut the power to the house.
I get
it. They'll be burned to the ground.
This is a no-brainer. 10,000 points in a week is not that much.
So do I understand correctly?
How many points is that a day, Matt?
I already told you.
He already told you.
1430.
1430 a day.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
It's a game and a half a day.
Here's my prediction. If he starts on Friday, I'm going to say he has Friday to Friday, basically. So I'm going to say on Wednesday is the day that he says his goal is then just to break even and go for 9,000. Like that's his goal. And then Thursday is the day he just says the contest was flawed and he's just going to stop. Like you won't even go to the end of the contest.
Well, even if he loses, he probably won't ever fulfill paying you. I mean, whatever happened to the 7-Day Survivor achievement?
Let's talk about that for a moment, shall we? Here's the other thing, stipulation you should put on me, that I have to pay you in a certain amount of time. From past experience, we should talk about that.
I'm not going to put that stipulation on you. You're a stand-up guy.
Could you trust me? If only I had such faith in the other contestants. I should put that stipulation on you. What am I thinking? For when you get your 7,000 points.
I'll pay you. I'll pay right up.
This whole thing started, I guess you could say actually probably one of the first Achievement Hunter things we did was Jeff and I had an achievement race.
It was pre-Achievement Hunter, I guess, yeah.
It was pre-Achievement Hunter.
You and I were kicking around the idea for the site way back then.
Way, yeah. But we were going to do mainly achievement races and stuff like that. And then Jeff had the idea, let's do Call of Duty 4, where the game came out last November, right? Or October?
It was late October.
Yeah. And so we both got it, and then we just not knowing anything about it, just said who can get to 1,000 points the fastest, and it took us all weekend to do 1,000 points in that game.
Yep.
But in all fairness, it probably only took us, like, we could probably gotten 6 hours, we probably could have gotten 750 points out of that game.
Yeah.
Just because we didn't have to play an expert or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then the bet was that whoever won would give the other one an achievement to do. Why are you looking so miserable? Because you don't want to talk about it?
It's not true. No. The bet was that that person could then pick a video game achievement or a real life achievement that they had to do.
And you chose to do the video game one.
I chose to do the real life achievement. No. You were going to make me eat seafood or sushi, and then you said, no, that's not good for the site. You have to do the video game one. So at protest, I never did it.
That's not true.
That's
not
not
true.
what happened.
That's why we're recording this today.
This is the first time I've ever heard of this protest.
That's absolutely true.
You know who told him that? His wife. That's what his wife says.
Well, yeah. I trust my wife. But also that's
She wasn't here.
And so Geoff was supposed to get an achievement that takes 14 hours to get, like real time. You got to sit there for 14 hours and get it. And that's the one. And the other stipulation was that you could not give someone an achievement to do that they hadn't done themselves. We went all the way down to qualifying it to that level.
That's true.
And I gave you an achievement, my hardest achievement that I had already gotten, and that was 7-Day Survivor in Dead Rising. Which is 14 hours straight.
Jeff, you should have that be your 10,000th point.
I thought about it.
You can't do it. Oh, if you did that, that'd be great. Really?
I thought about it.
I would shut up for a little while. I really would.
For a little while. What's a little while for you? Like 45 minutes?
45 seconds.
One thing that makes me a little sad is I've been playing Prince of Persia this morning to do Achievement Hunter videos, and in about 20 minutes I've got like 130 points.
That's nothing.
I should have done it on an alternate account.
That's nothing. I could sit down on my Xbox right now and get 130 points too. It's the 10,000 in 7 days.
It all adds up, baby.
I know it all adds up.
30 minutes, 130 points, that's not bad.
That's like 10% of what he needs for a day.
So
You're just under 10%.
Yeah.
So you only need 100 games to do that in.
Yeah.
Every game you get 100 points right out of the gate.
So I just need 100 games.
Oh, see,
You're making it sound really easy.
You in the fucking spreadsheet, you drew the line straight out. You go, I got 100 points in 30 minutes. Yoop, all the way out.
Then all he has to do is, at that rate, all he has to do is play for 5 hours.
That's exactly right. 300 minutes. This is math. This is the math couch over here. That is accurate. And you know that's not true. You know that's not true.
What's not true?
That you can't play for 500 minutes and get 10,000 points.
Sure I can.
300 minutes.
300 minutes.
This is math end of the couch.
Yeah,
Gus's end of the couch.
This end of the couch is a little more mathy.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Okay.
December 26th.
December 26th.
Friday.
Yeah.
And what time? What time do your family go to the airport?
I'll have to check. I think it's pretty early, though. I think it's like 7 or 8 in the morning. I'll have to double check. But,
that's early.
What's that?
That's early, so morning time.
Yeah, morning.
You want to start at noon or you want to start at like at 9 a.m.?
No, as soon as they're out the door, I'm going.
Okay. So let's plan on what, 10 a.m. Central Time?
Yeah, and I'll verify the flight to make sure that I can do that.
And then it goes from 7 days, or I guess more accurately.
So then it would end 10 a.m. the next Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I'm so excited. I'm so
I can't
excited.
wait. I can't wait.
I'm going to have so many.
I need $1,000. $1,000. What a ridiculous bet.
It is a ridiculous
$1,000.
bet. The safe bet for me.
And you win. If you get 9,001, you win.
That's true, I do. I get $1.
You get $1. So we've even spotted you. We spotted you 1,000 points on this bet. And not only that, you have Avatar Airbender, which will be like 1,000 points out of the gate. So
that's 1,000 points out of the gate. I have Avatar the Airbender, I have Madden 09, and I have NCAA 09. That's like 2,500 points out of the gate.
And why are the Madden games so important?
Because you can super sim.
Because you can super sim, you can simulate games and get achievements.
Yep.
That's just pushing a button and getting achievements.
Yep.
I'm not concerned.
That's all every video game is, by the way, pushing a button to get an achievement.
No, I know that. I know that.
Nice.
I know that. You hit the start button, though, and you get achievements. You just run a season, you get achievements.
I already got that one for The Simpsons. I didn't.
No, look, I'm not even sweating. Look at this hand. Solid as a rock.
I'm not sweating either. I bet I can get.
I hope you get 5,000 points in the first day.
I bet I will. I bet I'll get 5,000 the first day.
And you just, like, hubris is just like, I got this.
I'm
it's
halfway
in the bag.
there. I got 6 days to go.
I can't wait.
Oh, it's going to be great.
I can't wait.
It's going to be so great.
I almost wish there wasn't a cap on this.
Why?
I want to see how far Jeff can go.
I could go.
What do you?
When I sat down to figure out how many points I could get in 7 days, the figure I came up with is staggering. But I don't want to do it to you because it's not fair to you. 17,000.
Do it.
I don't want you to have to pay me $8,000.
You think you get? How fast do you think you get 17,000? Put your money where your mouth is. Then let's move the whole line up to 15,000, and we'll uncap it.
Uh-oh.
What? Well, we got to uncap it both ways.
No.
I will be a billionaire.
It's too late. It's too late in the game to be changing the rules.
All right, so I guess that's it. So people can track it.
People can track it. Yeah, my gamer tag is DGGeoff. DGGEOFF. feel free to track my progress online and watch me rake in the points. I'm going to have a big achievement rake, and I'm going to go.
Why don't you give us your resume? What's the most amount of points you've gotten in the shortest amount of time before?
I got about 7,000 points in a week or so when I first decided to secretly catch you.
Yes. Which you did and passed me.
I did, and I passed you.
So you have about 45,000 points right now. Is that what you said?
I think a little under 45,000. I'm guaranteed I'll have 45,000 by the time this starts.
So you're looking at increasing your total gamer score by about 22%. Your gamer score that you've worked on for 3 years.
Sure, I'll trust your math there, Einstein.
Which has been important to you.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's important.
The best part is these games that he's going to play are awful. I mean, I only thank God that like the system is set up so that you can't run multiple Xboxes at one time. You've got to single file.
That was my wife's suggestion, by the way, and I had to explain to her it doesn't work like that.
Oh yeah?
And she was like, we have like 3 or 4 Xboxes, just have them all going at once.
She's like a grifter. They're going to work. She's taking the kid to work like a frame somewhere, isn't she? She's like got something set up. She sees the angle and everything.
No comment.
She's
a crafty lady, my wife.
All right. Okay, so we're done. So this is the challenge officially laid out. Geoff has to score 9,000 points, and every point over 9,000 that he scores, I have to pay him $1 up to 10,000 points.
Yes.
Every point under 9,000 that he doesn't score, he has to pay me $1 down to 8,000 points. And he has 7 days in which to do this. 7 days running from Friday, December 26th, to Friday, January 1st.
How many hours are in 7 days, Gus?
140, 25, 168, yeah.
168 hours? This doesn't seem right. 168 hours in 7 days? Okay.
168.
What is that? Like, that's like,
with sleep? You want sleep in there?
I do sleep. Okay.
Take 8 hours out of every day. How many hours in a day if you take out 8?
I don't know, 7 times 8 is 56, so what is that, 100 and...
So it's 112, yeah.
Yeah, 112.
If only we had a device that could perform simple mathematical calculations for us.
So I got, if you take into consideration you think that I'll sleep 8 hours a day, and I probably won't. I don't sleep that much. I have 112 hours.
You won't be able to sleep.
What is that? That's like 10 points an hour or some shit I have to average?
Yeah, something like that.
Come on.
I think this is like $125 a day is what I'm making. That's what I'm thinking about.
I'm going to be so rich. I can't believe that you don't think this is easy to do.
I think it's easy to do.
You just don't think I'll do it.
I don't think you're capable of it.
Why?
That's what you're learning here.
I'm insulted.
You're paying $1,000 to learn this lesson that I have a low opinion of you. That's what you're paying $1,000 for.
And why? How could you possibly have a low opinion of me? Have I missed a comic in 362 comics?
No, but I know this is a gaming thing.
I'm 152 videos into Achievement Hunter without missing a day.
Let me give your resume. First of all, you didn't get the 7-day survivor thing, right?
All right, sure.
Okay.
Under protest.
Under protest.
This is also the first day we're hearing under protest as well.
There's also every game that we have started to play together that I've gotten 1,000 points and you said you were going to and you didn't, with the exception of one, which is Graw 2. But like Viva Pinata 2,
Still working
Assassin's
on it.
Creed.
Viva Pinata 2 is going to be a part of this achievement contest.
What's the dumb Cuban game? Just Cause.
Just Cause. That's another good one.
Yeah, all ones that you were like, this is the greatest game ever. I'm going to get 1,000 points and there's no problem, and you didn't. Now this might appeal to you because you don't have to 1,000 point any particular game. You just have to get 10,000 points.
I have 1,000 pointed quite a few games.
You'll lose it. You'll lose your enthusiasm.
No.
In fact, I'm doing you a disservice by offering the money. You should
Why?
do this for your own personal redemption. That's what I think.
Personal redemption. I don't know what I'm being redeemed from. I'm being redeemed from the fact that I haven't got 1,000 points on Assassin's Creed yet. I will.
No, you won't.
There's no statute of limitations on getting it.
No, you
I'll
won't.
Get it.
No, you won't. I know you won't.
In Assassin's Creed?
Just Cause. Where's that?
I let you borrow it. I haven't seen it since.
It's in the case with all the other games.
Where's that?
Just sitting there.
Where's
going, cabron, come play with me.
Yeah, where is that case?
Where is that case?
I don't know. Where is the case?
I don't know.
If I had to bet,
I guess
Bernie's house.
I would agree with Gus. It's probably at Bernie's house.
No. I don't have a shredder at my house.
Oh, heaven forbid the games be easy to access.
Yeah.
I won't do anything like that. What I'm going to do...
You're already doing it. The games are here.
I don't have the games. They're here somewhere. This will be a cycle of psychological warfare where I turn you against yourself. I will not interfere physically in any way.
That'll be a first for you.
Yes. Last time I stole his memory card. That was supposed to be...
You stole my memory card. You stuck me with Finch Lynch for the night and then backed out and didn't show up to hang out.
Listen to me. I didn't steal your memory card either. I played a joke where I swapped your memory card and wrote made an exact duplicate of your memory card, and then hid yours in your backpack.
Yes, you
It's
did
not
do
like
that.
it took it away from you, and you freaked out. You got scared. Mental.
There was a lot of physical leading up to that mental.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a physical attack with a mental.
So you're like
repercussion.
you're some sort of a mentalist, is that it?
I'm a mentalist,
You're like
yeah.
Kreskin Jr.
All right, you're a witness.
Yeah.
You understand the terms?
Yeah, let's do it.
He understands what he's supposed to do here.
Yeah, I think
We're not going to hear a year from now how it wasn't $1,000. It was.
Let me ask you a
1,000
question.
hugs
We got
or something
we'll
like
go
that?
back and listen to the podcast.
Yeah, we totally have record of it now.
I don't want to call this a podcast.
I don't like the word podcast.
It's stupid.
It's like
It's a cool cast.
it's a Rooster Radio.
You know, I just figured out that podcast is a pun of broadcast. I never figured that out.
Oh,
Is it really?
I never knew that either.
I was trying to just figure out why they call it podcast. I just figured in my head, podcast is a pun from broadcast, which makes me even hate it even more now.
I thought it was like I thought pod came from iPod.
It is, but
Yeah. But I can tell you. Whatever.
as opposed to schmodcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to
Or
pod
modcast.
radio or.
All right, Jeff.
Yes.
Good luck.
Thanks, man.
I want you to be happy. I don't want you to be disappointed in yourself when it all falls apart. Okay, and when you're on Thursday, I want you to know getting the 9,000 is okay goal. Okay, and then minimizing the damage between 8 and 9,000, that's okay too.
Hey, Gus, how many points do you think I'm going to get?
I think you'll get about 8,000. Maybe 9,000.
No, if he's not going to get close to 9, he'll stop at 5. I'm gonna say 5,800.
You gonna say I'm gonna get 5,800?
No. I'm gonna say I'm going for the bet. I'm betting. I'd be betting at that level if I thought so. But I just want to throw it out there as an insult that 5,800, but not in any official way. I don't want some kind of weird caveat of, well, you said it was 5,800. My bet is for 9,000 points. Really,
All
10,000. I was so gracious to spot you 1,000 points.
You know, I pity both of you. I especially pity you and your wallet because you're gonna owe me 1,000. How are you gonna pay it? Are you gonna pay it in a check? Are you gonna pay me in cash?
How would you like to be paid?
I bet he pays in pennies.
I want to be paid in $1,001 bills.
Well, it's coming out.
Wrapped
It'll
up
be
in
on your
plastic.
paycheck. You realize that my money's coming out of the company.
No, I don't care how I receive it. No, I should not say that. I don't want it in pennies. I don't want it in change.
I'll pay it in
I want it in
cash. I'll
U.S.
pay it in
currency.
I'll pay you 10 $100 bills.
Okay.
Likewise,
yes.
I would like 10 $100 bills.
We'll see about that.
delicious $100 bills. Awesome. This is so great. I gotta use that to pay off the crane.
What?
On the wrecking ball. All right, that is it. You can tune in, I guess, and watch Jeff on Xbox Live. I guess we'll do updates on the site.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you want to see this, and you can watch Jeff's like slow, horrible grinding to a halt, bitter demise.
Oh my god!
Are you gonna make any any videos of yourself and post them on YouTube as you're going along?
You know, that's a good question. I would like
post on YouTube. Why don't we post on our site?
I mean, I meant for like Achievement Hunter.
Oh, okay.
I would like to like chronicle my travels through this adventure, but I'm going to be so focused on getting achievements that I'm not going to have time to get weighted down with posting journals and videos and all that nonsense.
By the way, I like that Jeff used the word focused. Jeff is going to be focused.
Like a laser.
And diligent.
That's right, like a laser, like my middle name.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
So is this are we going to do this podcast thing again?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to do a podcasting again. I don't know. Probably not. What are we going to talk about?
We'll
do
whatever.
then the thing.
Yeah.
When you got your thing going, and we'll do the thing.
Yeah, lots of stuff to talk about.
We're so good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just flows naturally.
How long has this been going on?
40 minutes.
40
That's too long.
40 minutes of pure entertainment.
Although like 45 seconds of it was when we thought the application had crashed.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, not much
Third?
going on. It's a slow week between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
I think it's also interesting that it's exactly 7 days between Christmas and New Year's. I don't know why. That's interesting to me.
That is very interesting.
Like the same day of the week every year is Christmas is the same day of the week as New Year's.
You know what I just read today? Like I guess about an hour ago, right before we started this podcast, I read that astronomers have determined that Christmas is actually in June, and that Jesus would have been born in
How the
June.
fuck would astronomers figure that out?
They've watched the sun because they talked about, like in the Bible, they talk about how the wise men followed the North Star or whatever nonsense, and for it to be in that position at that time, they say it would have had to have been in June. And
Oh,
we've
shut
been,
the fuck up. What do they know?
I don't know.
Science.
Yeah.
Astronomers. Scientists.
Not astrologers, astronomers.
You talking about scientists that are using the Bible as a reference? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, to just prove itself. That's retarded. Christmas is in December. You guys are fucking Satanists. You want to
I'm
move
not an
Christmas
astronomer.
to June.
I'm just saying what I read on Dig.
You guys are,
Thanks to the Large Hadron Collider, they were able to figure it out. You know?
Yeah.
They just went back in time. Fucking astronomers. Talk about people who need to justify their fucking job. Looking through a telescope all day. Jesus Christ. I mean, what do astronomers do now? I mean, really, what do? They fuck with Pluto to, like, have something to do on an average day. I mean, are there new stars popping up every day?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Actually, there are. And then also, they spend a good portion of their time trying to figure out how to blow up meteors that are headed towards Earth, right?
Now,
that's practical application of science.
It is, right?
That's what astronomers are in charge of that.
I mean, we know it's coming.
Like
What are we gonna test a bunch of deep sea oil drillers like in Armageddon? Fuck that.
What are we gonna send astronomers with their fucking telescopes and
Hell
their opinions about Christmas?
They're training right now.
Maybe they'll tell the asteroids, "Hey, come on Christmas, wink. That's in June." And the asteroids will hit us on the wrong day.
How dare you mock science?
Yeah, I think of that as being NASA, and I don't think of anyone in NASA is like stepping up and saying they're an astronomer. They're saying like they're an engineer. They need a better term than astronomer. Astronomer
so basically you just hate the term. You just hate the term astronomer is what this boils down to.
Well, if you fuck with Christmas...
If they were a stellar engineer, that'd be a totally different story.
You fuck with Christmas, the gloves come off. Yeah. Astronomers are like old dudes in paintings with white beards and sextants, and they're trying to convince the Pope that the fucking Earth revolves around the sun. That's what an astronomer is. Their job is done. We figured it all out.
All right, let me rephrase. I read an article a little earlier today where a bunch of space engineers...
There you go.
...determined that Christmas is actually in June.
Well, what the fuck are they doing? They should have gone back to astronomy school.
Hey, you know what? My birthday's in June. What if Jesus and I share the same birthday? What if he was born on June 19th?
I guess it's possible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have the same birthday as Martin Luther King. I mean, it's typically celebrated about the same time. I'm January 18th, and it's typically January 19th.
Really?
Sometimes it falls on my birthday. Yep.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome.
Thanks. Gus, what do you got? Your President's Day.
Washington's birthday, baby.
Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's President's birthday, right?
Oh, I can beat that.
First president.
President's Day.
Superman's birthday.
I knew it.
I can beat that. Drew Barrymore's birthday.
Garfield's birthday.
Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali and Martin Luther King. Dude, I'm fucking hard in the streets. Hey,
you get cred.
I do have cred. You know that I had another friend growing up. He was born on President's Day as well, and his mother was very close to naming him George Washington Welch. Can you imagine?
How horrible.
Yeah.
She should have named him Lincoln Washington Welch. That would have been even better.
Welsh. I guess you'd have been great as George Washington Sorola. That would have been awesome. The third.
Jorge Washington Sorola.
All right. We ready? We done with this thing?
I think
we're
so.
done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it. So
Yeah.
26.
Let's get your checkbook out.
Touch gloves.
Yeah. Okay. Touch gloves.
All right.
Ding ding.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
The best part is I don't have to do anything but sit back and be snarky, which is what I do every day anyway.
You gotta do something very painful. You gotta write a fucking check. Don't discount that.